Welcome back to another episode of the Bleacher Boys Media Podcast. We are back talking Yanks. There is a lot I can say on the table that me and Isaac will need to talk about. But first, before I ask you how you're feeling and all that stuff, we got to get it out of the way. Aaron Judge is back on the New York Yankees, our team, the team in the Bronx. He'll be playing right field for the foreseeable future. 9 years to be exact is the contract. $360 million. Gets it done. Hal, drinking his wine, vino in Italy, makes a call, gets it done overnight here on the East Coast. How are we feeling? It's done.
Wait, just two notes. First off, can you not say Bleacher Boys Media Podcast? Can you just say Bleacher Boys Podcast? It's much simpler. And I feel like it's just a word stumble because, sometimes you struggle with the English language. So, it can be a struggle for you. So maybe if you just cut that word out, it would be easier.
And your second note?
My second note is that how'd you know Hal is in Italy?
He's in Italy. He made the phone call from Italy, sipping on a nice vino, Pinot Grigio.
Where'd you get this from? This is like the dark.
I have sources.
This is the dark web stuff that Ken doesn't talk about. Where do you get that from? Who
is that your second note?
John Heyman? Yeah, it's my second note.
Is that your second note?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's your reaction to the big news? Are you happy? Are you sad? Is this too much money for you?
I mean, no. Here, let me break it down from yesterday.
There is a lot we need to break down.
Ken calls me at, I don't remember the time, but he goes
5:20 p.m.
5:20 p.m. He goes, "That's it, Judge to the Giants. Let's talk about it." I'm like, "Dude, what are you talking about?" I've been on and off Twitter, on and off Instagram. I would have seen the ESPN breaking news. And I'm like, what the freak is he talking about? I go on Twitter, I scroll one tweet that says Arson Judge appears to be going to the Giants. First off, obviously Arson Judge, just hilarious sentiment that is, obviously people are going to frame that tweet forever. But then the part that irks me was the appears to be. And you took it as very literal, like, okay, that's it. Because usually when one person tweets...
Can I pause you for a second?
No, you may not. When one person tweets that, it's usually soon comes flooding in their reports and stuff like that. But the fact that he said appears just threw me off, and I didn't believe it for a second. I'm not going to lie. I got scared. I got nervous, like all of us did, but I didn't believe it. Like, you were fully invested in the Arson Judge appears to be going to the Giants thing. Now you may say your note. Yes.
So you pinned this on me as if I'm the only one who believed it. Everyone believed it. ESPN posted it. Everyone believed it except for the other reporters. When something this big is being reported by a John Heyman who had some credible sources before this, people believe it. And appears to be is a term that a lot of reporters use when breaking news.
I have not seen appears, though. I've usually seen...
Okay, I will put up examples of this.
Please do. I just haven't seen in the past. Usually it's like going to the Giants or is most likely per sources. It's not like appears to be. Like, it was such a small tweet for the big... reveal, and the fact that Heyman didn't check with Aaron Judge, what kind of journalism is that? And I almost feel
that's the problem.
I almost feel bad for the guy because there's like videos that came out about him like pacing back and forth after, and the whole internet's just like delete your Twitter account. That shit was so funny. The whole world, crashing down on him at once. But I mean, how can you confirm a report without confirmation from the actual player? Like, what do you think? Some Giants exec was just like, here's the offer, and Judge said he's very interested. Like, what is the, or is that just trying to increase the price for Arson Judge? Like, what do you think?
There is a lot of ways we can interpret this, but bottom line, I think when you're breaking something this big, when the world of sports is on it, like this is being covered as if it's the biggest free agent contract ever. And you have to double check, triple check when you're breaking something like this. And John Heyman going back on his word, saying he jumped the gun. I don't know what it was. Was he paid, or was he, I don't know, looking at stupid teenage reporters on Twitter and believing that and trying to be first in reporting this? I have no idea, but I think we're giving him too much time on Bleacher Boys air right now.
Yeah, screw him.
I think that we should talk about the main guy here, Aaron Judge. You back on the Yankees?
Yeah.
Yankees get it done.
Yeah, this is exactly what I said was going to happen. I mean, I've got people, when I go out to the bar, I got people who know Bleacher Boys Media Podcast, so if you're listening, thank you. We obviously appreciate you guys so much, but asking me, like, is Aaron Judge staying? What do you think? And my answer has always been the same. There's no way Hal is going to let this go. There's been a lot of talk about his reputation tarnished. He hasn't won in 20 years, or, hasn't won, since 2009. They haven't done a lot of stuff. And I think there was just no way that little bit of George Steinbrenner fire that lives in Hal's soul was going to let this happen. He does the right thing. He matches the year. I think that's such a cool conversation. You could maybe have a movie about it later where Judge goes, I'm going to need the next year. He's like, we'll match the money, but 8 years. He goes, I need that extra year. And Hal's like, you know what? Fine. And that's exactly how the owner should treat the star player, the MVP of baseball, the home run king. That's how you treat them. You want them to play with the New York Yankees. That's how you gotta treat them. And George Steinbrenner, forget all his faults, but he knew how to treat the players usually pretty well, the star players at least. Speaking, of course, of Jeter, Mattingly, them. So yeah, Hal does the right thing. And the one final point I'll make is that this doesn't make the team any better. You might say, whoa, what does that mean, Isaac? What does that mean? What it means is that this is now the same team minus Jameson Taillon, adding Tom Kahnle, that we had last year. So, and what did we do last year? We got swept in the ALCS. So this team is at net zero right now. They signed Anthony Rizzo, forgot about him, signed Judge. Now you're back to zero. How do you make the team better from here? And that's what we're going to probably start to talk about a little bit. I don't know in this episode what you want to do. But how do the Yankees get better from here? What positions need to be filled? What's the fate of Josh Donaldson? What's the fate of IKF? Aaron Hicks, what's his deal? Who's playing left field? Is Benintendi coming back? So many questions now. Postseason starts now, or regular season, off season starts now. I went through the whole cycle. I just had to name every single season. But yeah.
We'll talk about that stuff in a little bit, but I just want to just tie some loose ends on this Judge thing. I think what everyone's been saying, there's a whole spectrum of fans out there who are saying, from all the way from we shouldn't have signed him, we should have went with plan B, signing 2 or 3 players, all the way to Judge should have made more money. I've seen it all, but I think what we can say confidently, or at least I can say, is that all parties involved in this whole debacle of free agency, Aaron Judge's free agency, played it perfectly. His agent, absolutely amazing job. Judge and his agent did an amazing job getting the most amount of money out of the Yankees, and the Yankees side as well. Hal, as you said, and Hal did his job. He probably told Judge at the beginning of free agency, go see what you can get, what's your max contract offer you can get out in the open market, and come back to me with it. And that's exactly what happened. Hal got the call. He said, I'll match it, and he got it done. So I think all parties involved here did the right thing for themselves. And they met at a price where they were both comfortable. I think Judge, what was the tweet? Judge was asking for 9 years and $324 million last offseason for a contract extension. The Yankees end up giving $9,360. So that's if you do the math there, that's $36 million difference. If you spread that out over 9 years, you're talking about a few million bucks each year that the Yankees overpaid, you can say, because of Judge having this crazy MVP season. I think the Yankees are completely fine with that. This was their plan the whole time, to get him at all costs. I think I'm impressed by Hal coming out in the beginning of the offseason and really stating that he's not going to get outbid for Judge, and if Judge were to leave, it's because he doesn't want to be in New York, and clearly he wants to be in New York, so I'm really happy about the way it turned out.
One question: what did you think about the whole Padres thing? That came to a surprise to me. And if there is a Padres situation, I mean, the amount of money they have for the next 10 to 12 years that they owe is insane. I mean, if they have Judge, Tatis, and Machado, and Soto, that is ridiculous. And I don't know how they would have afforded to do that. That would have been something else. But what were your thoughts on that?
I was shocked when I saw that. First of all, I didn't realize that the Padres were in that seriously until the very end. I thought it was 50-50 Giants or Yankees. I heard the Padres were in. I was like, okay, they probably offered, 4 years for a crazy amount of AAV, like $50-60 million per year. But no, they offered 10 for 400. Are you kidding me? Bro, this whole thing was a fucking roller coaster. Insane.
Yeah. And the other question was, have the details of the contract come out yet? Like, is it like 43 for the first 5 years and then like 30? You know what I mean? Like, is it front loaded at all? Or I haven't seen
that. Well, it's not official yet, so maybe that's why.
Pending
He's
physical
going
or
through
something?
physicals. Yeah.
They find out that he like amputated
bullshit.
his leg. Contract over. Yanks need to find a new right fielder. Yeah, but I wonder how they do this. I would say that first like 3 years he makes like 45. I would not be surprised if he matches, or like 43 to match like Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander. I could see him making 45 for the first couple of years, and then maybe down to like, I don't know how the math checks out. Not a math pod, but something around like 36 to 37 for the next 5 years. But I just want to also.
Be interesting.
I want to say this now. He is not going to be the same player age 37, age 38, age 39 seasons. Like, just getting that out of the way now, just so all Yankee fans, I don't want to hear it down the line saying, "Oh, why do we owe him $37 million for when he's putting up 15 to 20 home runs?" You're paying for a guy in his prime right now. You're not paying for him later.
The best hitter in MLB right now.
You're paying for the best hitter in the MLB for the next 4 to 5 years, okay? And that's the deal. So I don't want to hear any. Obviously, it's going to be frustrating having him on the books. But, that being said, we have a lot of young talent, 2025, 2026, Volpe possibly next year. So, other than Garrett Cole, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, it's, that's the foundation of the team. And we're going to build with young guys around it, would be my guess. The baby bomber window is over, I think, officially. I think you just build around Aaron Judge now with a bunch of farm talent that you have. The Martian could be here as soon as 2025. So yeah, and you could have him and Judge patrolling the outfield, Volpe at short, Peraza at second, DJ third. You never know what the outlook of this is. So yeah. But I just
and one last thing. Yeah, and one last thing, kind of responding to the haters out there. People might say you're paying him way too much, right? $40 million for a 6'7" guy over the course of 9 years. But the way the market has been playing out for baseball, just look back a few years back. Giancarlo's contract now looks very, very reasonable. Less than $30 million per year for Giancarlo Stanton. Look ahead 2 years. Ohtani's going to be making, $50 million per year probably?
The market is
this contract in 9 years is going to look reasonable. I'm sorry. $40 million per year for top 10 hitter is just going to be, look at Harper's contract. People are saying he's underpaid. He's making $27 million per year.
Jameson Taillon got $70 million. The market is at an all-time high right now. It is insane.
And
price of inflation. Let's talk about economics. Price of inflation.
Exactly. That's where we always lead to.
Yeah.
But in 9 years, the Yankees are going to be worth so much more as an organization, as a company, than they are today. They're going to be able to dish out more money, and money is just going to be continue to print.
Counterpoint.
What?
It'll still be a huge contract. It's not $40 million a year. Ain't nothing.
It's going to be
the average
it feels
MLB
like
contract,
a $30 million contract right now.
The average MLB contract is what, $2 million right now? Maybe a little higher. What do you think?
Average what?
Average
of
MLB contract.
League?
Yeah, probably $2 million. So how much is that going to jump in the next?
There's so many more minimum.
Yeah, exactly. And so how much is that going to jump in the next, in the next 10 years?
But that's not what we're talking about. The minimum is always going to be the minimum. If you look at the top 100,
I said average.
I said average.
You said minimum.
I know,
I said average.
No, I know, but the average of the entire MLB player pool is the minimum is always going to be the minimum is going to be the minimum. If you look at the qualifying offer, which takes the average of the top 100 paid players, the qualifying offer used to be $13-14 million. Now it's up to close to 20. So it's just gonna. Crazy.
Prices the erosion of the value of money is obviously gonna be a factor. But I'm gonna still say that by age 38 season, that $40 million will still be a huge amount of money for a player. There's not going to be.
I'm saying it's going to feel like what it feels like a $30 million contract today.
There are currently 3 MLB contracts worth over $40 million a year. Max Scherzer, Jacob DeGrom. Not Jacob DeGrom. Sorry, he's not on the Mets. I forgot. Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander, and Aaron Judge. There's 3. So in 10 years, maybe. And Ohtani, what does Ohtani make? 45? I'd say 45 to 48.
Ohtani's going to make 40 plus. Soto's going to make 40 plus. like every year there's going to be one or two top free agents that make $40 million per year now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And you know, this might be. Are we done with Aaron Judge? Because I have a great transition right now.
Go, take it.
You want to talk about
you see
40
a great
million?
transition, you take it.
40 million as being a lot. Do you know this guy named Ronaldo making 211 million for a Saudi Arabian team? I'm talking about soccer, guys.
Per year, we're talking about.
Per year, 200 million. Now that is freaking insane. I know those Saudi guys, those Saudi princes and Saudi crown families, they have oil money up the wazoo, but that is 200 million a year for 2 years. He's gonna make 400 million in 2 years. I mean, me and my friends just agreed about this, but I kind of think that's a cop out. Like you're one of the aging best players in the world, and you could play in the Prem or the Spanish league or Germany, some of the most competitive leagues in the world. But he's just gonna, I just want to score 3 goals a game and make 200 million a year. Like, I don't know. Like, the Saudi leagues are so bad, too. I looked at their FIFA ratings to gauge it because I have no other, idea. All but like 60 rating and below teams. So, I mean, these teams are trash. Ronaldo's going to be an absolute star there, scoring 3 goals a game. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that's a cop-out, or do you think, would you take... I mean, obviously, you would take that, but...
Honestly, I can't bash him for doing it. Like, as much as I personally, if I was a bigger soccer fan, I would hate this move. I would want him to stay in a more competitive league, to see him compete at a high level. But at the same time, when the money is this drastically different, I can't fault him for taking it.
Okay, he was making like 50 to 70 mil, I think, on Manchester United.
I know,
I think he was making like 70 mil. That's not nothing. He's already
maybe even more.
He's already almost a billionaire. Like, do you really need the extra 200 million? But I mean, listen, the thing is, he's already proved himself at all forefronts of European soccer. He's played in the Spanish league, he's played in the Prem, he's won the Champions League, he's won the Europe League. Like, he's done everything, right? So I guess
it's kind of his thing too. He goes around and wins a championship in everywhere he goes.
Well, he did stay at Real Madrid for the longest, but
that's what he'll be known for. But he has that reputation.
So he's already proved himself, which I understand. That was a point one of my friends, Matt, made. He's like, he's already proved himself, so what? Go get the money. And on the flip side, the greatest player of all time, Lionel Messi, potentially could be going to FC Miami
team, right?
FC Miami, which would be actually really cool. I would pay to watch Messi play, and the amount of revenue that'll generate of him being in Miami is nuts. But like, at least the MLS is like a more fun, like, competitive league.
Well, that's bias.
Is that bias?
That's called being an American.
It's called being an American. Budweiser. Hell yeah.
Just stay on soccer for one more second, please. Me and Guy Sella, a friend of mine who lives in Israel, friend of yours who lives in Israel, we grew up together. We actually talked over FaceTime on WhatsApp a couple days ago, breaking down all the World Cup matches. I hope you guys are into soccer as much as we are, so don't leave us yet. We'll get to the Rodon stuff. We'll get to the Bogart stuff. Wait. But yeah, me and Guy were talking, and we have a plan now officially in place. A 2026 road trip to Mexico City to watch a World Cup match. I hope you are involved as well.
I didn't. Am I invited? I don't know.
No, I mean, obviously we're gonna get all the boys together. We're gonna get Ty to get involved, Nick to get. Well, see, we gotta check the Ubers before we hit that lineup.
No, okay, got you.
Gotta check the Ubers and buses.
So wait, so it's in
obviously he's invited.
It's in Mexico next year. In 2026.
Well, it's in North America, all over the country. Mexico and a little bit of Canada. So
you're telling me
it's basically U.S.
They don't have to build any stadiums with slave labor. They just have the stadiums already.
That was the drawing point. They're using
nuts.
Football stadiums, and there's rumors that MetLife Stadium is the final match, a home of the final match. So we'll see about that.
Please pick a nicer stadium. Don't pick MetLife.
It's down to MetLife or SoFi in Houston or something like that. So
pick a nicer stadium. I like the New Jersey. I'm a big New Jersey guy, but pick a different stadium. MetLife's pretty crappy.
New York City's gonna. Whew. We'll see about that. All right, let's get back to Yankee stuff.
How about if they turned Madison Square Garden into a soccer field?
What if Yankee Stadium held?
Oh no, definitely Yankee Stadium will have one game. They should, right?
No, they can't.
Why?
They can't. Not enough seats. Which doesn't really make sense because they're only getting...
No, the reason why they couldn't is because Yankees are in the summer. Or I guess they could find a away day. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense.
The World Cup is playing now. No, I mean,
Not enough
I
seats.
don't know.
55,000.
I saw the seats thing going on. Well, no, the Yankee Stadium holds like 50,000. And I guess the setup of the way the stadium is, it's really not like football stadiums are really
on each
more
side
comparable to soccer.
But it's not the amount of seats, it's the positioning of the seats. Because you
and
watched,
the amount apparently because
because you watched a football game there and like right what's
yeah, I mean it's doable
you
for
can also,
MLS games. It's also the home of NYCFC.
That's what I'm saying. So it doesn't make any sense. You can also build stands like the soccer field is obviously a giant
no, excuse me. They're not messing with Yankee Stadium, please.
But you could just put stands on the sides so that the gaps would
These
be filled.
people are going to be paying $3,000 per seat. I don't think they want to sit on bleachers.
Yeah, no, but you can make nice bleachers. Have you seen what they can do? Crazy things nowadays with stadiums.
I don't think they're going to mess with Yankee
Madison
Stadium
Square
like that.
Garden from a basketball arena to a hockey rink in under an hour nowadays. Like that.
I'll send you the article of the reasoning of no baseball stadiums being involved in this.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, the next topic on our agenda is what's up next for the Yankees. You kind of teased it, a little tickle tease. Carlos Rodon is the hot name out in the streets right now. The top free agent pitcher available. What are your thoughts on him? Do the Yankees go after him? It seems like all the reports are indicating that the Yankees are pretty serious about getting Rodon even after the Judge signing. So we'll see what happens. But he's asking for 6 years, 180, 30 million AAV. What are your thoughts on Carlos Rodon? I know you're a big Carlos Rodon guy because he's fantasy and stuff
so
like that.
what I'm going to say is going to shock you a little bit. I am a huge Rodon fan.
You don't want him?
Well, let me finish my sentence before you
Whoa.
jump to conclusion. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Okay.
Had a great year for the Giants last year. Great pitching career with the White Sox. Lefty who throws 100, nasty slider in case you guys don't know. I think he's like 29. 28,
something like 29, 30.
So the only
he also has a big dog in him. Okay,
he's definitely a big balls pitcher. Like he leaves it all on the mound every time. The only thing with him is the injury prone stuff scares me. I'm not gonna lie. I believe he had Tommy John on the White Sox, I think. But he has also just been come postseason time has been diagnosed with like arm soreness and fatigue. He does tend to sometimes overthrow, but he is that is all the negative stuff about him. But he is one of the best strikeout pitchers. He has some of the nastiest stuff of any lefty pitcher. And I would very much like him on the Yankees, but there is a big injury concern. So I heard the 6-year stuff. I'd be more comfortable with like a 3 to 4 year kind of thing with maybe a little bit higher AAV. I know, but it really does scare me investing that much in a number 2 to 3 pitcher who, you know what I mean? If we're really gonna have Garrett Cole, Rodon, Sevy, like those guys at some point in their career could be interchanged, and that's just scary having 2 of those guys being very injury prone and risky assets, So, and I think that's a completely fair concern.
Let me say this. Maybe this will alleviate your concerns, maybe not. But Rodon had a shoulder surgery, and Tommy John already is in his career. But since then...
Wow, I'm relieved now. Thank you. I'm relieved now.
No. But since then, the 2 years post-surgeries... In 2021, he went 13-5 with a 2.37 over 24 starts. That's the year you're talking about when he had arm fatigue at the end of the year. He threw 132 innings after not throwing a single pitch in 2020. And then it's natural. Arm fatigue. Look at Sevy after surgery. It takes time for pitchers to build up arm strength. You don't really want to go from 0 innings pitched to 200.
But
so
for a guy
132
who's
is
29,
very doable. And then moving on to last year, 2022, I should say, he threw 178 innings, which is a full season. No arm fatigue stuff this year. Pitched in the playoffs normally. Not much decrease in velocity. Like this year was a very normal year for him. So I think it's kind of fair that he's also only 29. Like we're saying 29 as if it's a bad thing.
I mean,
DeGrom,
for a guy who's already
with his
had
injuries
2 surgeries.
history, just got. How do you think the Rangers fans feel about DeGrom's injury history and giving a 34-year-old 5 years?
Well, DeGrom is in a different realm. DeGrom is in a different realm than Rodon. Like, let's be honest.
All different realm of injuries as well, though. He's had like 150 innings in the
But
last
I'm just saying, for
3
someone
years.
who's 29, it is a little scary. If you're signing him to a 6-year deal, it is a little scary to have someone who has a pretty significant injury history, giving him all that money. But that being said, I agree. We need pitching. I think we would have the best staff potentially in the MLB if we got, Sevy, Cole, Rodon, a healthy Montas. You never know. And Nestor. I can't believe I just forgot Nestor. Those 4, absolutely nasty. Or those 5, I should say. I said 5 players, did I?
Yeah, you said 5 players, but put up a 4.
Oh, whatever. I don't know. Not a counting pod, guys.
Not a math pod, not a counting pod.
So, yeah, I mean, I would like it, and I think it would be a crucial part. But the main issue throughout the year and throughout the postseason was our hitting. So, as much as I do want to sign Rodon, and I think he's one of the best players in the MLB, I think we should focus on having a left fielder and having, an offensive third baseman too, and maybe figuring out our shortstop too. But that being said, if they got Rodon tomorrow, I would be jumping for joy. That's a great move. But those are my concerns.
Yeah. All right, so let's say the Blue Jays have an offer on the table for 7 years, $190 million. Rodon says he'll sign with the Yankees if you match that offer. You're Hal Steinbrenner. Do you pull the trigger?
What is that? What is that AAV?
7 for 190. That's what the Blue Jays have on the table.
They actually
the calculation. No. I'm hypothetical. That'd be 27 per year.
27.
You as Hal Steinbrenner for 7 years,
I say
$27
give
million
him 30 AAV for 6 years. Whatever. I say give him 6 years for a little bit more money. I think he'd do that. You want to be a Yankee? You want to compete?
I say no.
You say
give
he
me
doesn't
7
do
years
that.
No, we're playing at a hypothetical negotiation right now. I'm Carlos Rodon. I'm saying no. Give me 7 for 190, and I'm on the Yankees.
Well, let's think about this.
Come on, Hal.
Chapman
Come on,
off
Hal.
the books. I mean, are we saying that we're gonna go over the luxury tax? Like, is that like okay? We're going over the luxury tax this year. I think we are, right? What are we at, right? Can we?
I hope so.
Can we get? Do we want to get into this nerd stuff, like actually calculating how much?
I mean, I kind of know exactly where we are.
Where actually, I haven't looked in a while. Like, where are we?
Where were we? Like 280, 290 ish.
Oh, that's where we without Chapman and without
Yeah.
Who else is off the books? Britton
was like 16.
Britton and Chapman, so 30 mil off the books. That's half. Judge's contract. Add 10 mil. So Judge's contract cost us 10 mil this year, basically. Like
Chad Green was making 7 mil. Castro was making 3-4 mil.
So it's around the Judge contract, right? So we're basically at the same point we were last year. So that means that if we want to sign Rodon, want to sign Benintendi, we're going way over the tax. We're just saying that right now, right?
Unless you can move some contracts around.
Who am I moving? Am I moving Josh Donaldson? Where am I moving Josh Donaldson?
You might be able to move Hicks.
Where am I moving Hicks? To the Oakland A's?
To the Colorado Rockies. They need an outfielder. You attach one of your top 10 prospects, give Hicks, eat half the money, that still clears up $5 million.
Okay, I mean, the big thing here is Josh Donaldson. If we can, I wouldn't be opposed to paying him his $25 million, getting him off the team. I'm not even kidding. Like,
here's the thing, though. I think I'm a little more positive.
You think he's going to have a great bounce back year?
No. I want him off the team, but I think if you can attach a prospect, you might be able to get out of half the contract, which would free up $12.5 million.
So you get your 12 and a half.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, no, I heard you. So you get your 12 and a half. You get your 5. Okay. So Rodon
addition by subtraction.
Rodon at 30. Yeah, I'm doing it. If you can do the Donaldson move, but then are you?
That's up to you, man.
Are you signing Benny? So you're going. So basically, what we're talking about here.
I'm just Carlos Rodon here.
I know you are. I'm thinking out. Hal's thinking out loud. I'm sorry. I'm just sipping on some vino, thinking out loud.
Yeah.
You're going over the threshold. You're going way over. So yes, screw it. Sign Rodon. Because if you're all
screw it. I don't really like that attitude. Hold on.
Well,
do you really want me here?
I wouldn't say screw it to you. I said I'm thinking out loud. Let me just. Okay, Carlos. I think we're gonna have to match the Blue Jays. Do you want to be a New York Yankee?
I sure do.
You sure do?
190 for 2, 190 for 7.
Put it here,
there
Carlos.
Opening day.
Okay. See, that's so easy.
Right. That's so easy.
So now we just gotta dig a little bit in the hedge fund, pull out another 100 mil out of my ass, and then we'll be good. But I mean, if this whole thing changes, okay, wait, scene. You're not Carlos anymore.
Okay, new scene. What am I?
No. You're Ken Suzuki.
Oh, I thought I was like.
No,
fucking
you're just
Benintendi's
boring
agent now.
old
All
Ken
right.
Suzuki, just regular,
That's
plain,
so boring.
vanilla, blah blah blah.
5 minutes of fame.
Do you think Hal is going to go that much over the luxury tax?
I think yes.
Yes. You think
Yes.
he's sick of all the Yankees don't spend anymore?
I don't think it's. I think he's more just
He wants to
going
win.
for it now. Yeah. How's a changed man? He's acting so different now. He never came out and said I'm not being outbid for a guy before. He was never clear like that. He never said I have money to spend outside of Judge as well. Like he's dropping these
He should
clear
just sell a
bombs.
hotel, honestly. Just sell a New York
What
City
now?
hotel. He has, what does he have, like 50 of them? Just sell one. Sell two.
So one
Sell
trade
two.
you're basically trading hotels for all-star players at this point. You can sell one, get Rodon, sell another, get Benny. Like come on.
What did the Astros win with? A decent offense. I mean, obviously they found some gems. Jeremy Pena wasn't supposed to be that good. But what did they win with? They win with great young pitching. And, what do we have? We have some pretty good pitching. That's the thing.
All right. Let me give you another question.
Yeah.
The Yankees sign Carlos Rodon. The
Mm-hmm.
Yankees sign Andrew Benintendi. Are we a better team than the Houston Astros?
No, not on paper, but theoretically, that is a better team than last year.
Scratch that then. 7-game series against the Astros with that roster with Carlos Rodon and Andrew Benintendi. DJ LeMahieu fully healthy. 7-game series against the Astros. Who are you taking?
I think we're better. Yes.
You think the Yankees win that series?
If the Yankees have a locked-in offense and they have the rotation of Cole, Rodon, Nestor, and a healthy Montas and Sevy, I mean,
Sevy.
I'll take that any day.
Okay.
The thing is the dead
I agree with
holes
you,
in
by
our
the way.
lineup are just unacceptable, and the two guys who we need to jumpstart the lineup weren't there. And I know it sounds like a sorry excuse, but Benintendi and LeMahieu are the spark, it's kind of the spark to that lineup. Put the ball in play, put some pressure on the pitcher, and they both weren't there. So I think with those two healthy guys, you never know. But that being said, the Astros also got better. They took the one guy in their lineup who was kind of struggling and aging and replaced him with an all-star. And they have young pitching, and Christian Javier is emerging as one of the best young pitchers in the MLB, along with the long line of guys they already had. And you look at the loss of Justin Verlander, and you're like, this rotation is still incredible. This rotation is still nasty. Valdez just with the sinkers and the curveballs and the locating perfectly. It's just exhausting for any team. But with those contact guys, I think you can do it. I think you can't have so many black holes in your lineup. You can't have Donaldson and IKF and some new rookies against the best pitching in baseball. You just can't do that. So, yeah, I guess that's my thoughts about that.
I do agree that offense is a little bit more important than getting Carlos Rodon. Now, I would be ecstatic with Carlos Rodon, but I am still worried about the offense. I don't think the Yankees go after one of the big shortstops. Their market is crazy right now. Should we talk about Tommy Kahnle real quick? Just real quick.
Really speedy.
But Tommy Tight Pants, man. He's
Tommy
back.
Tight Pants. I can't wait to see that ass in pinstripes again.
He's
It's refreshing. Very refreshing.
adding that to the clubhouse and to the bullpen. Oh,
it's a great
I'm so
character
excited.
and leader to have. I mean, some of that bullpen, a lot of young guys in that pen still, all the old guys, all the experienced old guys, Chapman, Castro, Britton, they're all gone. So,
Green.
it might be nice to have some veteran leadership who's been on the Yankees for
Who's been there before?
who's been there.
Yeah.
And I think I said this, Isaac. I have a feeling Tommy Kahnle's coming back.
Did Isaac say
I
this
think I
again?
did say
Guys.
this. Pull it up on the episode when he left, and I'm pretty sure I said something along the lines like 2 years ago of
He's coming back?
He's gonna come back. Like I just felt
2
it
years
because
ago?
it didn't make sense to me when he left. Like he's getting Tommy John, but he's so good. Like just wait till he comes back. But that's just not how it worked out. But I'm really happy for him to be back.
Isaac's been calling shit.
He brought a spark to the team that was really, you need leaders in all facets of the game. You need a leader in the offense, a leader in the in the defense, leader in the outfield, leader in the infield. You need a leader in the bullpen too. And I feel like the Yankees now really have that. Him and Clay Holmes I could see as a great duo. One guy with the changeup and the fastball, and then one guy with the crazy sinker. So yeah, I think it's a pretty great combo to add to your pen, and I'm very happy he's back.
Guy crushes like 4 Red Bulls before a game.
What is
his first interaction with Clay Holmes like? Did they get along?
He's Tommy Tight Pants is all up in his face, like Clay is
Bro,
so
he's
reserved.
poking the shit out of him. He's just annoying the bricks at.
That reminds me of someone.
7-8 innings.
They're poking inside relentlessly.
Don't call me Tommy Tight Pants. 7-8 innings. They're sitting on a bench together watching the game. Like,
oh, they're memeing. They're hardcore memeing.
What is going? With Wandy just sitting there making jokes, singing in Venezuela or Dominican songs? Like,
wow.
What?
You don't know his ethnicity? It's Dominican.
Dominican. Okay? That's exactly what I said.
That's just embarrassing, dude. That's just embarrassing. You don't even know your own team. Embarrassing.
Dominican. Name a single player. I'll tell you where they're from. Go. I guess Isaac just doesn't know his players.
I'm trying to think of a complicated one.
Oh, so complicated.
Okay.
Jonathan Loya's. Oh, Nicaragua. Thank you.
Okay, cool, dude. He knows where Johnny Lasagna is from. Nice. You don't get ain't no
know?
bonus points for that around here, boy.
Oh, Andrew Benintendi. That'd be Ohio. Thank you. Right by Cincinnati.
Great. All right. Good for Ken. He knows what country the players are from. Claps everyone for Ken. Any more questions? Do you have any more questions for me?
I have a lot of questions for you.
Oh, God.
I have a lot. What do you attribute your success? So, for the people who don't know, Isaac has been calling these free agent predictions like he has received the script for the offseason from Rob Manfred. He's called out. Let me name you some. Isaac knew that Josh Bell is going to the Indians, or the Guardians, I should say. He knew that. What else did he know? I don't remember.
There's a long list.
There is a long list, bro.
So
Jacob DeGrom to the
Justin
Texas
Verlander?
Rangers. You didn't say Justin Verlander. Stop making
Let's
shit
check
up.
the
Isaac
sheet.
doesn't even know.
All I know is I predicted a lot of them. Okay, so I got Anthony Rizzo to the New York Yankees. Oh, I got Jose Abreu to the Astros. Kershaw to the to the Dodgers, obviously. DeGrom to Texas, which you didn't have.
Big one.
I didn't have Verlander to Houston, actually. I didn't have Verlander to the Mets. We all had to Houston. I got Josh Bell to Cleveland. I got Mitch Haniger's years in AAV, right? And I got Judge to the Yankees. Oh, and I got Wilson Contreras to the Cardinals.
Okay. So, what's going on? Tell me the secret.
If I tell you my secrets, then I have to kill you. So, unfortunately, I can't tell you the secrets.
I will take my headphones off. You tell the fans, all right? Thank you.
Basically, you can still hear me because your headphones are loud. But okay, whatever. This bit is over. Basically, when you're this smart and this intelligent, when you know this much about baseball, it comes easy to me. It comes natural. I think pre-free agent pick episode, I almost clowned myself saying I'm probably not going to get any of these right. Ken and Ollie will. But, the baseball gods blessed me. When you're part of the Illuminati, the baseball gods and the Illuminati talk. So they, told me in advance what was going to happen. So, but when you're this gifted, it comes naturally, really. So there's no need for Ken to take off the headphones. It's just, natural ability, skill, good looks, and attractiveness, basically.
Can you just raise your hand when you're done because I can't hear you? Oh, okay. Isaac's done. You guys got the secret. I did not get the secret sauce. But yeah, Isaac's been getting his picks right, man. We still have a lot of picks left, maybe like 15-ish, so we'll see where that lands. Isaac is currently in the lead. If you guys haven't checked that episode out, it's popping off. You guys go check that out. It's on our main channel or this channel, wherever you're watching this or listening to.
Are we going to post this on both channels? Because it's not only about the Yankees. I think we should post it on the main channel. I think we should post this on the main channel.
But Ollie's not here. Doesn't Ollie have to be here to?
No. This is.
I mean, he's kind of like the CEO.
Quality content deserves to be put on the main channel. And guys, if you didn't know, we have 2 channels now. One specifically for the Yankees because some of you guys are not Yankee fans, and it pissed you off that we were just talking about the Yankees. But yeah, so go check that out.
What is that channel called?
What? Bleacher Boys Media Podcast.
What is that channel called?
I think. Bleacher Boys Podcast.
Oh,
right?
Man.
I'm in the
Bleacher
ballpark.
Boys Media is the main channel where we talk all things baseball. Bleacher Boys Podcast is strictly Yankee stuff.
But
so
can I also argue that this episode, Judge...
Stop arguing.
Okay, can I just state that Judge was the biggest free agent in baseball, and he is the star player of baseball, so it deserves to be talked about on the main stage, I think, personally.
No, I do too. That's what
Okay, great. So
plan
then
on doing.
There should be
Well,
no
thank
problem. Okay, great.
there should be no problem. Thank you very much. And lastly, escaped my mind.
Oh no, I hate when that happens.
Oh no. But basically,
Question of the
this
day?
winter meetings was kind of, no more baseball stuff. All right, fine.
Well, I was just wondering if that was what you were asking.
What do you? Okay, so basically, what I'm about to ask is, would you?
Me.
Let's think of one. I have a few always on my mind.
He's
Don't know
delaying
which
'cause he
one
has
to go with
nothing.
today.
He has nothing, so he's
Okay,
delaying.
so today, all right. Would you rather?
Oh no. What are we in 5th grade?
How do I phrase this? No, you are offered $30 million.
It's a lot of money.
Okay, no, scratch that. $3 million.
It's also a lot of money.
Still a lot of money. You are offered $3 million, but you may only receive it if you okay that one person from your contacts sadly passes away.
One person from my contacts?
One person from your contact list passes away. If you accept this $3 million, are you taking it or not?
Okay,
Give me
well,
your answer.
you know what's actually crazy is I have like Abida's mom in my contacts, and I don't wish anything bad. No.
What does that mean? Hold on. Does that mean it's okay if it's someone you don't care about, like Abida's mom? Is that what you're saying?
No, I would never say that. No, I would never take money over human life. I am a moral person who would never, ever think about doing that. So the answer to you, good sir, is no, I would not do that.
One random person from your contacts, you don't even know about it. They just passed away.
Someone could. Wait, can it be someone who's already deceased?
No.
Oh.
If they're in their contact, if they're in your contacts, yes.
Would I know though that person is dying? Like I would like predetermine like, oh, I know that like this person is gonna die, and would they die right now? I know you've thought about this a lot, so.
Yeah, no. So basically, what happens is that you accept the $3 million. One person from your contacts list, randomly chosen, dies. Right?
Oh.
You're not. Oh yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I'm thinking about.
I didn't say it was
mom
okay. I just said, oh, like
Yeah,
I understand the question
basically,
now. Thank you for explaining.
You'll get the news that one person that you're pretty familiar with maybe has passed away, but you don't know it's your fault. You just accepted $3 million in your hand.
I don't know it's my fault. That's a bad. You shouldn't have phrased that. But if I don't know it's my fault. If I didn't know
you
that
have morals.
But no,
It doesn't matter if you know or not.
That's not what you just said though.
No, you know it's not your fault, but it is your fault. You know what I'm saying? Like overall picture, it's your fault. You're just not aware of it. You're just a dumbass.
I'm not doing it. doing it.
All
I value human life too much.
Wow.
Sorry. That's a good
Great
question,
kid.
though. You must have really thought about that and, written down for a little bit. Really
Thought on TikTok this morning.
internalized the question. Came up with a
TikTok
good
this
solution
morning.
answer. Great. When are you going home, by the way?
I'm going home next Wednesday.
Copy that. Yeah, as you know,
What about
guys,
you?
we're both in college still. It's final 2 semesters
When are you going
here.
home?
I think next Tuesday or Wednesday as well. Just got to clean up the house.
Pretty soft. Yeah.
Someone's here and screaming. I'm sorry if you guys can hear that in the background. Someone is just screaming.
Yeah, we're college students, guys, and we have finals going on. Basically.
I literally took one before recording this. Aced it, by the way. It's amazing.
Sounds like Cap. What's your prediction?
My prediction is an A. I already have it. I got 100 on the last paper that I wrote.
So why do you even? You should just bombed it.
Oh, should
You
have.
studied pretty hard. You would have got an A.
See that hundo? You see that hundo? See that hundo?
Can you read me Can you read me the best line on the first page, please? Thank you.
This is not for my major, but I'm an economics major.
No,
This is
I don't
this
need
is
to hear this
history of
whole-
European women's studies.
Thank you. One line, please.
The large imbalance of the social hierarchy that had fueled Europe for decades began to shift in the mid-19th century as many found jobs in cities working in factories.
Oh, see, now you guys are drawn in. You want to hear the rest of it. Wow.
May or may
What
not
a
do
great
a full
intro.
reading on Bleacher Boys Media. May do a full reading.
Maybe we should just make that its own video, like Isaac read-along kind of thing.
Great
know?
idea.
Oh, wait, hold on. Give me a song. Give me a song real quick.
What do you mean?
Just real quick, off the top of your head. Give me a song you've been bumping to recently. Song of the day.
Song of the
Just
day.
quick, man.
And then we go bye-bye because...
Yeah, then we go bye-bye. While Isaac's thinking, if you guys didn't notice from that one sentence, his mom. Guess her profession in the comments down below.
Super
Thank you.
Rich Kids by Frank Ocean off the Channel Orange.
Super Rich. All right, guys, go listen to it. That's Isaac's second song following his first from last week. Go check it out. We can't give it away now. It's
Did
too
you like
late.
that song,
so
though?
go check it out.
Did you like that song?
I did like that song.
Right?
Dude, the instrumentals on that, the beat, that was production.
Metro
was
Boomin is
very
pretty,
high.
you know, he's booming, so.
He's booming. New album out now. I know you've been. I thought you were gonna give a Metro song.
I haven't fallen in love with a specific one yet, but the whole album is amazing. But anyway, let's wrap this up.
All right, let's wrap it up. Basically, what took us 45 minutes to say was that Aaron Judge is a New York Yankee. The Yankees still have more business to do, and we'll be back next week, Thursday at 10 a.m. release time. Me and Isaac are recording before that. So yeah, weekly episodes out talking about life and women in Europe history.
Sports.
Thank you guys for watching. Sports. Thank you guys for watching. Ronaldo out. Or Carlos Rodon out, I should say.